such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this when Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Yellow Jackets offense will take the field first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Trying play action. That's caught. It's Addison. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass. It's Mendoza. Finds the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Yellow Jackets are facing 3rd and inches. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside, it's Hosley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Looking for a big gain. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now we say hello to Nate Frazier. Found the end zone a couple of times in his last game, just under 100 yards on the ground. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air. It's Stockton. They've got the screen set up. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The Yellow Jackets have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The run inside. It's Hosley. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Hosley. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a kick.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Yellow Jackets, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, it's Hosley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Took a shot as he threw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
We're still early in this ballgame, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. play action fake. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, with the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking for room, it's Hosley. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. This rivalry has a deep and storied history. Plenty of memorable moments. Here are a few of them. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Rides to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football, they call for it, just like he does here. He wants the football, but, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball comes your...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort. Getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
They'll go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Wants to throw it. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
So now it's 2nd and long. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals, 5 points of pressure, and prioritize holding on to the ball.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Dogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. A strike downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And it looked like for a second, man, he was going to take that all the way. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
And the Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Pressure coming. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against a different defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Going for it all. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He'll try to take it back. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give, running right, it's Frazier. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll run it. It's Frazier. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Hosley. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
He's loose on the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback making checks.
Eagle, check, Eagle.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass is incomplete and half comes to a close on that play. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on Purdue in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, and while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Now back to your game at Sanford Stadium at Athens. This offense hits the half with some impressive scoring drives today. It's been a well-oiled machine, and if this keeps up, they could be approaching some school records today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
Number 33, set to kick off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
On third down, here's Frazier. Maybe a crease. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. That is the freshman tight end who's still down on the field. We hope that's not too serious. Holly will keep an eye on it. The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Here's a give to Frazier. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Dogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Wide 53! Wide 53! Wide in the air!
On first down, Nate Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Bought a little time, lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
They'll go to the ground. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's a heat. It's complete to the left. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. To the air, it's Mendoza. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Right back to it. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Makes it past the marker. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Bulldog! And the pummeling has started. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they own this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. we need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Well, this game is all but wrapped up. The Week 13 scoreboard for the top 12 teams in the country looks like this. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hosley. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback keep. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Unloads to the right. Finds his man, it's Addison. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll go to the air. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, trailing by as much as they are here in the 4th quarter, no big surprise. They're going to go onside kick, and obviously their opponent was ready for it. They hop on the football, and they're going to ice this game.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, with this big lead, guys, we are seeing the coaches start to reward some of the backups. That backup running back is in now, and he has earned it. Coach told me before the game, all these guys have performed well in practice. They are earning their time, and now with the big lead, he is going to reward all those players who are working so hard. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know.
Makes the catch! Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the route is on. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The short hands, it's made. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead, and the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
Short completion on first down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Addison. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. Oh, he got loose. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Had to throw it before he wanted. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Makes the catch. Plenty of room. Feet down in the end zone. There was not a window there. There was not a sliver of light. There was like the eye of a needle to zip that ball in, and somehow he got it in.
No doubt. Defensively, you know it's coming. You know who he's going to, where he's going to. You're in great position, but that guy just makes a play. He makes the touchdown catch. What a throw, what a catch, what trust between QB and wide receiver.
Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Wiley. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Off play action on first down. Finds his tight end. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Takes a hit as he fires. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's got the 1st down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. The Yellow Jackets spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. That one will put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? To the air, it's Mendoza. They're working that left side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Going to try to get it himself. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quick step and go. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Georgia. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
A live look at Bill Snyder Family Stadium. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. It's the USC Trojans and the Kansas State Wildcats. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
The Kansas State hire of Colin Klein is one of the best of the college football season. Klein obviously was a Heisman Trophy candidate, played for the Wildcats, and was mentored under their legendary coach. Now he's back running his own program after a successful stint at Texas A&M as the offensive coordinator. Colin Klein has all of the tools to possibly be a great coach at Kansas State. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Trojans headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense will get first crack at it today. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And what a luxury it is to have a weapon like this at tight end. He is a big play that can happen at any moment. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Johnson. On the run, fires downfield. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now the play fake. Throwing right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So USC's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A matchup that we're going to lock in on left side of the line and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. Running inside, it's Jordan. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Power Cats have powered up the noise to try to help this defense on third down. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
On his way back from the 20. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Looking for room. It's Jackson. There he goes. The Wildcats just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Using the quick game. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Going with the counter play here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.